Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I'm about to fight a 100-point kill team battle between my sisters and Harris's Orks. So the story that we've got going on here is that that there was a system with a shrine world on it that these sisters were sworn to protect, and everything seemed to be going fine until communications with a mining facility on a large asteroid in the system went dark, and all they could get back were some weird sea shanties coming from this mining facility over the comms. So the sisters were sent out to go find out what happened, and when they arrived, they found out that a Freebootaz crew was using this asteroid as a base of operations for their missions. So the sisters decided to purge the alien and cleanse it for the Emperor once again. So that's the story that we got going on here. We are just going to be doing a good old purge in here. So what we're going to do is each of the leaders are going to be worth 3 points each. Each of the other specialists are going to be worth 1 point each. So I have one extra, which you'll see when I do the list. I got one extra specialist retainer, which we're going to count as a specialist for the points here. So I've got extra bodies. He's going to have extra targets to get points from. So that is what we're going to do here. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. So for the sisters, my kill team will consist of, from left to right here, I've got a sister superior who is my leader. I've got a heavy specialist with a heavy bolter. We've got a demolitions expert with a heavy flamer. We've got a comm specialist sister there. We then have a specialist retainer who gets the zealot specialty there. That is going to be Pious Vorn. We have 4 more bolter sisters. And for the Orks, his kill team will consist of, from left to right here, we've got a captain with a git finder squig. We have 3 more flash gits with demolitions, combat, and heavy specialists. And we have an ammo runt. All right, so going over deployment here for the sisters. I've got Pious Vorn down over here, along with a battle sister with a bolter. I've got my heavy specialist up here, along with my comm specialist. I've got 3 more battle sisters here, along with my leader back over here, and my demolitions expert over here. Going over deployment for the Orks, we've got the heavy specialist down over here. We've got being sneaky. We've got the this one's the, which one's that one? Demo expert over here. Combat specialist down over here, and the leader up there with the Grot ammo runt behind him. So that is going to be deployment. We are now going to roll off to see who have initiative going into turn 1. My opponent rolled an 8, I rolled a 6, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Orks here on turn 1. All right, movement phase. All of the Orks are going to ready, so then we decided to do the sisters movement as well. My heavy specialist and comm specialist are going to ready. Both the zealot and the battle sister with the zealot over here, with Pious Vorn advanced up behind the container over here. This battle sister moved up over here. These 2 battle sisters moved up here. My demolitions expert advanced up over to here, and my leader just moved up underneath over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now his leader here, his captain, is going to fire. My captain.
Captain goes first.
Is going to go. Captain obviously goes first. He's going to fire into my heavy specialist over here. He's not within half range, and she is obscured, but he has the git finder squig. So he's going to be hitting on 5s. Because they start at 4s because they are freebooters, right? Or no, flash gits at the 4. So 5s. Ooh, so getting 3 hits. Oh, snap. Okay. And strength 6, so 3s to wound. 2s to wound, sorry. That is going to be 3 wounds.
AP minus 2.
AP minus 2, so looking for 5 up saves. Making them all! Woo! All right, so now my opponent's going to roll for Gun Crazy. What is it?
Gun Crazy Show Us.
Gun Crazy Show Us. On a 6, he gets to shoot again. No, will not. All right, so now he's going to spend 1 CP on Daka to shoot at my heavy bolter again. Hitting on 5s. That's going to be 1 hit this time.
And then we're going to ammo run.
Going to use the ammo run here to reroll one of those. Into another hit, so that's going to be 2 hits.
2s.
Looking for 2s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. 5 up saves. Do it! Emperor protects!
The Emperor protects.
Not enough! What's the damage on this? 2 damage. So, injury rolls. Getting 3, so she takes a flesh wound. Gonna spend a CP to reroll that. Into a 5, she's out. All right, so now my comm specialist here is gonna fire into his combat specialist. I'm gonna have 1 shot here, minus 2 to hit because of obstruction and range. That's gonna be a hit with a fill face. Wounding on a tough 4, right? So 4 to wound. No wound. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Nope, still nothing.
It's going to be hitting all.
Demolitions expert here is going to fire into the 2 sisters here. He's going to put 2 shots into the right one, 1 shot into the left one.
Hitting on 5s because of competitive streak.
Hitting on 5s because of competitive streak. Now that he killed a model here, they get +1 to hit. And that's going to be no hits on the first one. And then the next one does not hit. The heavy specialist over here is going to fire at my sister over here. That's going to be 1 hit.
That's
going to be a wound.
Save.
Save. No, going through. 2 damage. And she's going to flesh wound. And now his combat specialist here is going to fire into my demolitions experts, hitting on 5s. That's going to be 1 hit.
Pretty good.
Looking for a 2 to wound. That's a wound. Not a save there. And on that, no, she's within range, so she's going to take a flesh wound. All right, so now into the regular shooting phase. It's going to be the rest of my sisters going to shoot. So we're going to put both of these are going to shoot into his demolitions expert up there. So they're both going to shoot here, hitting on 5s because of range and obscurement. Getting 1 of them will hit. 4 to wound. That is a wound.
4 up armor.
4 up armor. No, he'll take a wound. And then my sister over here is going to fire into his heavy specialist. That's not going to be a hit. And my leader over here is going to fire into demolitions expert. On a 3 will not hit. All right, so that's going to be the end of turn 1 there. No morale tests need to be taken, so we're going to roll to see who has initiative going into turn 2. My opponent rolls a 7, I roll a 4, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the orcs. Movement phase! The orcs all just readied, and then the sisters, we did their movement as well. The leader advanced up over here. This sister moved up over this way. My demolitions expert moved up over there, getting line of sight on the heavy specialist. These 2 sisters moved up to more cover here. Comm specialist moved up over here. Pious Vorn advanced up over there. And the sister behind her just moved up behind her. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. So now the heavy specialist over here is going to fire into my demolitions expert. -1 because of obscurement, but he's going to spend a CP for extra bullets here. So hitting on 5s.
2 hits.
2 hits. These are going to be
on 2s.
wounded on 2s. No wounds. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll one of those into a wound there. AP -2. Looking for a 5-0 save. No, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll it. No. So, injury roll here. She has a flesh wound +1 -1. No, flesh wound. And they have to roll for gun crazy show us for them. Nope, not on a 1. And now his captain is going to fire down at Pious Vorn over here. 4s to hit. That's going to be no hits. Going to use the Amarant 1 into a hit.
This is
T3, I believe.
T2s.
That's not a wound. Getting a roll for gun crazy show offs. No. Now the combat specialist is going to shoot into Pious here. 5s to hit. Getting 2 hits. Looking for 2s to wound. 1 wound there. AP -2. 5 up. No. Have I have used it so far. She's actually got a 7-up save, so but she does have a 5-up feel no pain. No, I make 1 of them, but that's still enough to take her down to 0, I believe, right? Oh no, her wound, she's got 2 wounds. She's got 1 wound left. And then his demo is going to shoot into her. That's going to be 1, no hits. So we're going to do gun crazy show off for the captain.
Well, for the combat.
Oh, the combat guy, sorry, not the captain. And then for the other guy as well, demo. No. All right, so Pious Vorn's going to start us off in the shooting phase, shooting into his combat specialist up here. She is going to be D6 shots here with her heavy flamer. D6 auto hits. So it's going to be 2 auto hits. Strength 5. It's looking for 3s to wound. No wounds. And then my heavy flamer into his heavy specialist over here. 1 hit. I'm going to spend a CP. I can't. 1 second. Can I? Yeah, I already spent the CP for reroll in the shooting phase. So here goes the 1 hit. That's not going to be a wound. All right, my sister over here is going to fire into the heavy specialist. These are going to be hitting on 6s because it's, or no, 5s. Because it's going to be 4 up because of the flesh wound, 5 up because of obscurement, but she's within half range. Getting 2 hits with fill faces. Forced to wound. Getting 2 wounds. Oh boy. 2 4-up saves. Making 1 up. Both. Making both. I don't know if you heard me. This sister down here is going to fire into his... that one's the demo specialist. So 2 shots here, hitting on 4s because of obscurement. No hits. Con specialist is going to fire into his demo specialist. That's going to hit with a 5. That's not going to wound. And these 2 sisters here are going to fire into the captain. 2 shots. We're going to do them both together.
5s.
Hitting on 5s. Nothing. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn there. We will now roll off to see who will have initiative going into turn 3. Opponent rolled a 7. I rolled a 7 as well. All right, so re-roll. 7 to a 9. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, the movement phase. All of the orcs readied themselves. The sisters also readied themselves, except for my con specialist, who moved up to the front edge over here. And then Pious Vorn, who advanced up over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We're going to come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now his heavy specialist is going to spend 1 CP on more bullets to shoot into my demolitions expert over here. So hitting on 5s because of obscurement.
That's 3 hits.
It's going to be 3 hits. Oh, buddy. 2 wounds. That's going to be 2 wounds.
5 ups.
2. 5 up saves. No, failing them.
2 damage.
2 damage. And that 6, she is out of action.
My
opponent's going to spend 1 CP on Daka onto his heavy specialist here.
And more bullets should continue to last, right?
1 second. And because he spent the CP on more bullets, it says during the shooting phase he gets 1 extra attack. So they're going to he's going to fire 4 shots into the sister over here, hitting on 5s because of obscurement.
Nothing.
Nothing there. And he'll roll to see for gun crazy show-offs. No. All right, so my sister over here is going to fire into his combat specialist. So it's going to be 2 shots here, hitting on 4s because of obscurement. That's going to be 1 hit. Wound on a 4. That's a wound.
Looking for a 4.
Looking for a 4-up save. Good. The captain is going to shoot at my comm specialist up over here.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Isn't that plus?
No, plus 1,
Hitting on
plus 2, minus 1, plus 1. Yeah, so looking for 3s.
yes.
Right? 1 3s because base 4.
Okay, let's see.
If you're within 12.
I'm over half.
Oh, over half.
And
So
I'm
it's
scared.
and obscured. So it's minus 2, plus 2,
So
4s to hit. Yes. Because he gets plus 1 for
the
Get Finder and plus 1
for competitive streak.
for competitive streak because the other one killed somebody.
Yes.
So that's going to be 2
2
hits. 2's to
mattered.
wound. That did matter.
2's to wound.
2 wounds. 2 5-ups. Making 1, failing 1. 2 damage.
Didn't matter.
2 flesh wounds. And one of these sisters is going to fire into the combat specialist. That is not a hit. This combat specialist is going to fire into my sister over here.
Looking for 3s.
3s to hit. Because the competitive streak.
Yes, all 3 hits.
All 3 hits.
2s.
That is going to be 3 wounds. 3 5-ups. Making 1 of them. Injuries. She's out. My other sister here is going to fire into the guy up there. That's going to hit. That is going to wound with a full face.
4 up.
4 up. Oh, he's good. And now the demo is going to fire into Pius. He's going to get a plus 2 because of competitive streak. Minus 1 for obstruction or obscurement. So it's going to be looking for 3s to hit. That's going to be all hits. 2s to wound. There's a demo. That is going to be 2 wounds. Those are going to go through. So it's going to be 4 damage, but you got to do it 1 at a time, unfortunately, because of just the way it works there because of our feel no pain. No, I make 1 but fail 1, so that's going to take me down to 0. 2 damage attack. Does...
4,
is she?
Obscured?
She was obscured. Is she within an inch of the obscurement there? We'll find out. All right, so she does take a flesh wound because she is within range there. So now we'll roll for his gun crazy show-offs on a 6+.
On the demo.
Nope. So, no. So now my sister over here is going to fire into him. 2 shots hitting on 4s because of obscurement. That's going to be 1 hit. No wound. And my leader is going to fire into him. That's going to be a hit. No wound. So now Pius is going to fire into this guy up over here. So it's going to be D6 auto hits. That's going to be 3 auto hits. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds.
2 5-ups.
AP minus 1, 5-ups.
Yep.
Nope, fail it. So 1 damage. So let's see if he is out of action. On a 4, he is flesh wound. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll it.
Still
Oh, flesh wound. And then my con specialist is going to fire into him. That 5 is going to hit. The 4 doesn't because she is a flesh wounded and there's obscurement there. But that is going to wound. But that's going to save. All right, so into the morale phase here. My con specialist has to roll to see if she's okay. 3 + 1 is good. And then my sister down here. Oh, she is going to be nerved there. And I'm going to send the CP on highest Warren to keep her around. So that is going to be it for the turn. So we will roll to see who has initiative going into turn 3. I will get it there with the 10. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the sisters. All right, movement phase for the sisters here. This sister can't do anything. My leader is going to ready. These 2 sisters moved up over here looking onto his heavy specialist. My con specialist readied, and now Pious Vorn, she's going to charge into the combat specialist there. I need a 7-inch charge to get in. She will with a 10. All right, so moving phase for the Orks. His heavy specialist is going to ready, as is his captain. And now his demolitions expert is going to charge into Pious Vorn over here. Looking for a 4-inch charge. That is going to be in. All right, so now my leader here is going to fire into his heavy specialist over there. She's looking for a 5 to hit. She gets it with a fill phase. Wounded on a 4. No wound. Captain here is going to fire into the con specialist, looking for 4s to hit. -1 because of obscurement, and -1 because of range, and then +1 because looking for 5s, right? Because it's -1 for range, -1 for obscurement, and looking for 5s because it's -1, -2 +1.
Yes.
Because of Git Finder. So that's going to be 1 hit.
Ammo run.
Ammo run gets to reroll 1. Nope, just meant to be. So looking for a 2 to wound. That will wound though. 5 up save. Show me a fill face. Oh no. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll 1. And to the 5. She's good. Woo! My opponent's going to spend a CP on Daka for him. Getting 2 hits.
Here, the ammo run's already spent.
Ammo run's already been doing.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, 5 ups. Come on, you can do it. Nope,
2.
Not gonna do it. That's a 2. So that is gonna be 5 + 1. She's out. All right, so now his heavy specialist here is gonna spend 1 CP on more bullets. He's gonna fire into the sisters over here, getting 2 shots on each. So we'll do the closest one to me over here, hitting on 4s because it's +1 with because of competitive streak, -1 because of obscurement. That's gonna be 1 hit.
We'll call this the gal on the right.
I was gonna say the closest to me is the one I said.
Yeah, that works.
So
cool.
Works.
Yay.
And that's gonna be a wound. 5 up. No. Injury roll. And she's gonna take a flesh wound. And then into the other sister. That's gonna be no hits. And then gun crazy show offs. No. All right, now these 2 sisters are gonna fire into the heavy. We'll do the injured one first, hitting on 5s because of the flesh wound and obscurement. Getting 2 hits. Getting no wounds. And then the other sister is gonna get 1 hit and no wound. All right, so now Pious Ford is going to start us off in the fight phase. She's going to attack into his combat specialist over there. So she's going to have 4 attacks on the charge because she charged and is zealot. So this is going to be hitting on 4s, though, because she is flesh wounded. All right, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll one of those. Nope, not meant to be. These are going to be strength +1 because of zealot, +1 because of the weapon. So looking for a 3 to wound. That's a wound. AP -1, 5 up. No, he'll take a wound. All right, so now the combat specialist is going to attack into Pious Vorn over there.
3s and 3s.
Hitting on 3s. All right, that's going to be all wounds, all hits, and then wounded on 3s. And that's going to be all wounds.
So 5
up, feel no pains. Failed 2 of them, so 1 of them. And that's going to give her a 2nd flesh wound. And now hit the guy who charged. Well, I guess we should have done it the other way around. But yeah, we'll do this guy who charged in now. It doesn't make a difference. It's all good. Doesn't really make a difference. So that's going to be 2 hits there. -1 to hit because of flesh wound. And that's going to be 2 wounds, though. No saves there. No flesh wounds, so she's going to have 3 flesh wounds. Forgot she has the other flesh wound there, so that means she is going to be out. All right, so that's going to be the end of turn 3. I do have to make a break test now because I've got 5 sisters that are out of action. But on a double 1, they are more than good to go. Super heroic there. I'm going to spend a CP to make that sister auto pass on, or make this sister auto pass over this one. So now this sister is going to go. There are 5 out, but she's got 1 next to her, so it's going to be +4. On a 4, she is going to be shaken. All right. So that is going to be it for the turn here. We will now roll off to see who has initiative going into turn 4. I rolled a 5. My opponent rolled a 4. So we'll come back to you after sister's moving. All right, sister's moving phase. My leader's going to ready. The sister over here is going to ready, the one that's not shaken. And then this sister moved up over here for cover. So that's going to be it for the moving phase. For the sisters, we'll come back to you with the orcs. Moving for the orcs, his demolitions expert advanced up over there. The captain advanced down over here. And his and the runt did as well. And then the combat specialist moved down over there. And now his heavy specialist is going to charge into my sister over here. I'm going to fire Overwatch, looking for 6s. Not getting anything there. Charge distance is definitely in. All right, so no shooting phase since locking hit her into combat over there. They could only, all my sisters could only ever see him, and none of his can see mine. So we're just going to go into the fight phase here. He charged, so he's going to get to attack here. Hitting on 3s.
And spent 1 on Crumpum.
Okay, so 1 on Crumpum, so he's going to be +1 strength, so he's going to be strength 6. So hitting on 3s, wounded on 2s. Hitting on 3s, wounded on 2s. That is going to be 2 wounds there.
2 3-ups.
2 3-up saves. No AP. Failing 1. So let's see. Injury roll.
+1.
Yep. She's going to be out. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn because he consolidated into my shooketh sister, and she is shooketh, so she cannot punch back at him. So that is, she is literally shook. So that's going to be, she literally can't even. So that is going to be it for the turn here. I do have to roll to see if I am broken again. On a 4, I'll be good to go. And I'm going to send a CP to allow her to auto pass her morale there. So that was turn 4, yes. I believe. So if you would roll, please, sir, to see if we go into a turn 5. And on a 3, we will. So let's roll for initiative to see if we will be, who will have initiative. I rolled a 10. My opponent rolled a 7, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the sisters. Movement phase for the sisters. She fell back out of combat, and the other 2 sisters readied themselves. So we'll come back to you with the orcs. All right, moving for the orcs. He fell back over this way, his heavy specialist. And then he moved up onto the top there. The captain moved up to the 2nd floor down. And then this guy moved down, or stayed readied over here. The guy down on the bottom there, ready. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so this sister's going to start us off shooting into this guy over here, hitting on 4s because of obscurement. That's going to be 2 hits. No wounds again.
6s.
And then his here is going to fire into the combat specialist over there is going to fire into my sister over here, hitting on 6s because of flesh wound and obscurement and
combat's just going to wound, but it's obscurement over half.
Oh, it's obscurement over half. I'm sorry. That's what it comes down to. 6. No hits. And then my the leader here is going to fire into him. That's going to be 1 hit. No wound. Now the captain is going to fire into my sister who fell back over here.
On 5s.
Hitting on 5s. That's going to be 1 hit.
Ammo runt.
Ammo runt. Get to reroll 1.
Nope.
Nope, not meant to be. And then wounding on a 2. That's a wound. That's not a save. And she is out. All right, so that is going to be the end of the turn here on turn 5. And that's where we're going to call it. Because there's nothing I can do to even come back. My opponent's killed 4 of my specialists, and I've only got my leader left, and I haven't killed a single one. Man, those flash kits are sure hard to move. So there's only 4 of them, but still, man, hard to kill them, especially when you're rolling a whole lot of 1s for wounds.
They move
so,
when they please.
Yes, they move where they please. They shoot what they please. So they've.
The life of a flash gets a life for me.
Yeah, exactly. The life of a flash gets a life for me. Ho, row, ho, ho, ho. Orky life for me. So Orky pirate life for me. So they are going to maintain control of this mining facility for their own purposes. Until I imagine that the Inquisition comes along and just exterminates it. So that's going to be it for the game. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly had. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harris. And until next time, stay safe and have fun.